Back here at Cougar Field for Game 2 of today's doubleheader between the Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the Aurora University Spartans. My name is Peter Borkowski. I'll be on the call with you today. Last game, the Spartans took game 1, 12 runs to 10. Cougars put up a fight, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth, but couldn't pull through with the win. As we get underway here in game 2, Christian Jacobs on the mound for the Cougars. Still waiting on official lineups. We'll get those in a second. As the first hit ball of the day is sent to third base. Crater he overthrows first base though. So Aurora, they're going to get a man on second. I believe that'll be an error credited to Tyler Crater, Cougars' third baseman.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 2, Nico Romeo.
So leadoff man gets on for the Spartans off the Crater error, and that's going to bring up number 2, second baseman Nico Bermeo. So that's a chopper hit, and it's going to be a foul ball. Man on second for the Spartans is number 20, Corey Vondra. He's playing center field today. Graduate student out of Downers Grove. Jacobs delivers. It's going to be outside.
It was 0-1. E5 throwing. Yeah, E5 all the way.
So Jacobs set and he delivers. Bermeo makes contact. It's a high pop fly. It's going to be out of play though. So 1-2 count on Bermeo. Pitch just outside. Count evened up at 2-2. Bermeo makes contact with it. It's a high pop fly. Right fielder Gary Maynard gets under it. Tagging up was Vondra and advancing to third. So 1 away. The Spartans already have a man in dangerous scoring position with Vondra at third.
First baseman, number 6, Justin Sartori.
Justin Sartori up to bat now. Sartori, senior out of Sandwich, Illinois. He takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Sartori on the year hitting .423. As Jacobs gets set and delivers, almost hits him. Ball 2 on Sartori. Sartori fouls that one off, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. Jacob delivers. That's going to be a foul down the left field line, or base line. Oh, look at Jacob this year. He's appeared in 3 games, 9 total innings pitched. That one hit deep into center. Getting under is Hickman. He throws. Vondra heading home. They're not even going to try after first baseman Brody Mariotti caught the relay throw. So Aurora gets on the board early after the sacrifice fly by Justin Sartori.
Catcher number 7, Jeff Wedekind. Thank you for catching me on that.
As Jacob fires for strike 1 against number 7, Jet Wedekind, catcher out of Princeton, Illinois. The 0-1 swung on and just fouled off. Fouled straight back for strike number 2. Wedekind appeared in game 1 of today's doubleheader. He went 1 for 4. He did score 1 run. As the 0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3, so that'll do it for the top of the first. But Aurora, they get on the board early after this, off the Sartori sac fly. So we're going to head to the bottom of the first. Cougars are come up to bat for the first time in this game, trailing the Spartans 1-0. Cougars up to bat for the first time this game. They trail Aurora 1-0. After an unearned run made its way across home plate last inning. So leading off for the Cougars this game is the left fielder, number 12, Howie Hatton. He looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Second pitch popped up and not able to make the play as the first baseman, Justin Sartori, is the one who hit that RBI sac fly in the top of the first, which is how we're at the score we're at now. So on the mound for Aurora, he delivers the pitch, 1-2 count now on Hatton. On the mound for Aurora, it's number 27, Nick Malmberg. He delivers that one outside. Malmberg on the year, 41 1/3 of an inning pitched. That one swung on and missed for strike 3, so leadoff hitter strikes out swinging for the Cougars. That'll bring up Eli Hickman, the center fielder.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 19, Eli Hickman.
Malmberg, he's compiled a 2.83 ERA. Hickman tried to get away with a surprise bunt, instead he fouls it off. Malmberg's ERA, as Hickman swings at that pitch for strike 2. His ERA is inflated a little bit by 2 5-run outings. 3 times he's gone out there and not allowed a single earned run. That pitch just outside. It'll be ball 1 on Hickman. Gary Maynard on deck for the Cougars as Hickman swings at that one for strikeout number 2 of the game for Nick Malmberg. Coming in today, Malmberg, 30 strikeouts on the year. Inject that up to 32 through 2 Cougar batters. So 2 outs on the board. Gary Maynard's going to come up, try and get something started here for the Cougars. He looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. Maynard played in the first game of the day's doubleheader. He went 3 for 5, 3 runs scored, and he batted 1 in. So good first outing from Maynard. The count stands at 2-0 now. 3-0. Maynard still hasn't lifted the bat off his shoulders. That's that bat. And the 3-0. Maynard pops that one. It's going to be out of play down the right field line. Three and 1 count now. Malmberg gets the sign from his catcher, gets set and delivers. Maynard swings at it, hacks it to the shortstop, making the play over to Sartori. Just in time, they get Maynard out. Almost looked like he beat it out. Instead, it will be out number 3. So Cougars, they go 1-2-3 to start the game. We're going to head to the second inning now. Aurora still on top of the Cougars, 1-0. Dylan White gonna lead things off for the Spartans here in the top of the second.
Dylan White.
White out in right field today. Aurora working with a 1-0 lead on the Cougars after sacrifice fly by Justin Sartori in the first inning. Brought Corey Vondra home. Unearned run as Vondra reached on a error by Cougar third baseman Tyler Crater. One count now on White. White, senior out of Oswego, Illinois. Started in 28 games so far this year for the Spartans. Compiled a .313 batting average. Now stands at 2-1 against Jacob. Christian Jacob delivers. That one's fouled back. Count even now at 2-2. Jacob gets set and delivers the pitch. That one chopped to Crater at third. He's going to fire across the diamond and making the play in time. Brody Mariotti stretching out for it. So out number 1.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 31, Jacob Ambiol.
So it's going to bring up the left fielder now, number 31, Jacob Ambiol. First pitch to Ambiol, and down the middle for strike 1. Ambiol is the designated hitter in game 1 today. 3 for 5. A whopping 6 RBIs on the day as he pops that one up high. Hatton getting under it, makes the grab for out number 2. Ambiol able to knock in some of those 6 RBIs with the home run he hit.
Seventh, the shortstop, number 8, Colin Minert.
So Colin Minert up to bat now. Minert at short for this game. He's at short for last game as well. He went 1 for 3. That pitch just misses for ball number 1. The next pitch foul down the right field line. 1-1 count now. Jacob, he's been clean so far up to this point. The only base runner he's allowed was due to an error. As the pitch almost hits Minor, he swerves out of the way of it for ball 2. Brendan Naylor on deck. As that one popped up, it'll also be foul. Two and 2 count now. Jacob's already got 1 strikeout on the day. That was against Wedekind to end the first inning. As he delivers the 2-2 low and away for ball 3. hit right to Crater. Nice snag there by the freshman as he gets it across to Mariotti for out number 3. So after the Cougars went 1, 2, 3 at the bottom of the first, Spartans do the same thing in the top of the second. We're going to flip the field now, head to the bottom of the second. Spartans still up on the Cougars 1-0. Brody Mariotti, Matthew Uba, and Kevin Garcia set the hit for the Cougars. Mariotti's going to kick things off here. Cougars trailing Aurora here in the bottom of the second, 1-0. Mariotti on perfect 5 for 5 last game as takes the first pitch for ball 1. Knocked in 4 RBIs. So sent one the division street with a towering home run as takes strike 1. Malmberg worked a perfect first inning as that pitch is high for ball 2. He struck out 2 batters and then got Gary Maynard to ground out to end the half inning. And the 2-1, Mariotti smokes that one into right field, but getting under it and making the play, it's Dylan White. So nice contact on that one, but send it right to White's glove for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter number 6.
And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Matthew Uba. Uba looks at that pitch for strike 1. Uba gets a piece of it right back to Malmberg on the mound, flips it to Sartori at first for out number 2. So 2 batters, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 21, Kevin Garcia.
Number 21, Kevin Garcia.
First pitch to Garcia. Ooh, called strike by the home plate umpire. Garcia wasn't sure about that one. It was pretty close. So the next pitch to the senior down low for ball 1. Garcia batting 208 coming into this game. He smokes that one in left field. That one, it's got a chance, and it's gone. Home run, Kevin Garcia. Just got it inside the pole, and that's going to be a game-tying solo shot from the catcher. So one swing of the bat, and we're tied up here at 1 apiece. Garcia got just about all of that one. We'll sneak it in
Batting 7th,
down the left field line just before going foul, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Aiden Donovan. He fouls the first pitch back. Garcia, that was home run number 1 on the year. And Donovan's going to strike out looking. So that'll do it for the bottom of the second. But the Cougars are able to tie things up after the solo shot from Kevin Garcia. And we're going to head to the top of the third now. We're tied at 1 apiece here at Cougar Field. Tied up at 1 here at Cougar Field after the solo shot from Kevin Garcia. A little correction. That is home run number 3 on the season for Garcia. But no matter what number home run it is for him, it still counts as one run, and that's why we're tied up here in the top of the third. Coming up to bat now for Aurora, it's the designated hitter, Brendan Naylor. As he swings at pitch number 1 for a strike. Looks like he was trying to send that one out onto Division Street. Naylor did not appear in game 1 of today's doubleheader as he takes strike 2. Naylor batting .333 on the year. He's only played in 7 games, starting in 1 of them. This is start number 2 as he fouls that one off to stay alive. 12 at-bats, 4 hits. He's crossed home plate 3 times. He's also knocked in 4 RBIs. As he gets set for the 0-2. That one hit into right field. Maynard making the run, and he can't reel it in. Made a diving attempt. It's just in front of his glove. So gain second on that one's going to be Naylor. So leadoff double here in the 3rd inning for the Spartans.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 21, Sean Rivera.
So with a runner at second, no outs, it's going to be the 9th hitter in the lineup, the 3rd baseman, Sean Rivera. Rivera working with a man in scoring position. This is game number 13 on the season for the 3rd baseman as he takes that one outside and away for ball number 1. 400 batting average, 1091 on base plus slugging for Rivera. As the next pitch popped up, Crater's going to pursue it in foul territory. Not going to come close to it, though, as it lands. So 1-1 count now. Rivera appeared in game 1 today. Went 3 for 3 with an RBI. 2 doubles as well. Those 3 hits. So 1-1 count on the 3rd baseman. Jacob delivers. Called for strike number 2. Looked like some good framing there from Garcia. Top of the lineup due up next for Aurora with Corey Vondra on deck. And that pitch swung on and missed for strike number 3. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Jacob. So 1 out, man still in scoring position with Naylor on second. It's going to bring up Corey Vondra. He reached on an error in the top of the first and eventually crossed home plate for the Spartans' lone run of the day. It's the first pitch to Vondra, low for ball 1. That one hit far into right. Maynard's backing up, and he loses it in the sun as it's going to touch down for a double. You could really see Maynard struggling there. He was backing up, looking right up at the sun. It's officially going to be ruled as a double for Vondra.
Second baseman number 2, Nico Bormeo.
So 2 runners in scoring position off the Vondra double. Second double of the inning allowed by Jacob after Naylor's leadoff 2-bagger. So 2 guys in scoring position now. Nice save there by Kevin Garcia. That could have spelled trouble if it got past him with Naylor on third. 1-0 count now to the second baseman, Nico Bermeo. Bermeo flew out to right field in his first at-bat of the day, back in the top of the first. The second pitch outside for ball 2. Coming into this game, Jacob working with a 3 ERA. Garcia has a chat with his pitcher. The Cougars have run into a little bit of a trouble spot here. Runners in second and third, only 1 out on the inning. 2-0 count now on Aurora's second baseman. Garcia makes his way back to the plate now. And the 2-0. High for ball number 3. 3-0 count now on Bermeo. Jacob, he's walked 4 so far this year. And the pitch in there for strike 1. Bermeo looked like he was ready to head towards first base. But home plate umpire had something else to say there. The 3-1 swung on and just over the head of Cougar shortstop Jaime Sandoval. So 2 runs are going to come across home off the double from Bermeo. Sandoval, Cougar shortstop, looked like he had a read on it, then it took a weird bounce off the dirt. Ended up in left field. So Bermeo able to reach second on it. Able to drive home Vondra and Naylor. So the game was briefly tied at 1 run apiece. Now Aurora's built up a 3-1 lead here in the top of the third. And Sartori fouls that one off. Two RBIs will go under Bermeo's name on the day. Sartori flew out to center field in his first at bat as that one is popped up. Hatton making a run at it and makes the sliding. Actually, there's some confusion, and the umpires are saying it touched the ground. Head coach of the Cougars, Colin Connor, going to come out now to have a chat with the home plate umpire. They're ruling that ball touched the ground. Hatton, as well as pretty much every Cougar fan and player here in attendance, thought that was a catch for the second out of the inning. Instead, Sartori's going to stay alive a little longer. Umpire's going to have a discussion now. So we'll wait for the official call here. And the call is going to stand as a foul ball. From our point of view up here, it looked like Hatton got that one in his glove before it touched the ground, but instead here we are. Sartori still at the plate. They're going to try and get the runner at second. Sliding back in safely is Bermeo. That pitch, that one looks like it's going to be hit foul as well. So the count stands at 0-2 on Sartori. He's fouled off every pitch he's faced so far. Making contact, just going to see if he can get one of these to land fair. Jacob delivers. Swung on and missed for strike three. So it took just a little bit longer, but Sartori still out number 2 of the inning. So 2 outs, man on second. Jeff Wiedekind, the catcher, is going to come up now. Struck out in his first appearance of the day. First pitch to Wiedekind in there for strike number 1. Wiedekind coming in today, .330 batting average. He's played in and started in 28 games, over 100 at-bats. Drove in 25 runs on the year. That pitch looks like it grazed him. So Wiedekind's going to take his base at first. Garcia is still able to catch the ball, so I think that one just hit Wiedekind just barely, but still hit. So Wiedekind at first, still at second is Bermeo, and up to bat now is Dylan White, the right fielder. Last inning, top of the second, White grounded out to third. See what he can do here now with 2 men on, 1 in scoring position. As the pitch down low, nice snag there by Garcia. Almost like I went 5-hole on him. 1-0 count on the Aurora right fielder. And the pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 count now. Jacob set for the 1-1. He delivers in there for strike 2. 1-2 count now. Cougars wearing their maroon tops and white pinstripe pants for today's contest. Aurora wearing gray pants with black jerseys and blue lettering. And the pitch strikes out swinging. White does, so we're going to go to the bottom of the third. Now Aurora, they retake the lead off the 2 RBI double from Nico Bermeo. Cougars got some work to do as they trail Aurora 3-1. Freshman third baseman for the Cougars, Tyler Crater, to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Aurora, they retook the lead in the top of the inning with a 2-run double from Nico Bermeo. Crater looks at that one high and away.
Batting eighth and leading off the bottom of the third for the Cougars, third baseman number 52, Tyler Crater.
1-0 swung on for strike 1. Crater went 1 for 4 in game 1 of today's doubleheader, as that one is blown away for ball 2. Crossed home plate once, also struck out twice. So he takes time to fix up his shin guard. So also covers part of his cleat. This is a 2-1. Just getting a piece of it and fouling it back. That hit the very end of the bat. 2-2 count now on Crater. Next pitch, Crater swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Malmberg. It's going to bring up Cougars shortstop Jaime Sandoval.
Shortstop number 29, Jaime Sandoval.
Sandoval batting 141 coming into today, 425 on base plus slugging. He looks at that pitch high for ball 1. Sandoval went 0 for 4 in the first game today, struck out once. That pitch also upstairs for ball number 2. Next pitch from Malmberg in there for the first strike of the at-bat. Next pitch, Sandoval, he's going to hit that one. Looks like it's going to land in the gap, and it does. Sandoval, he's going to round first. He thought about going 2. Instead, he puts on the brakes, heads back to first base. But Sandoval, he gets his first hit of today's doubleheader. He's going to stop at the first base So 1 out single for Cougars shortstop Jaime Sandoval, and that's going to get us back to the top of the Cougars lineup with Howie Hatton. And struck out swinging in his first at bat. So he pops that one up. Sartori going to get under it and reel it in for out number 2. So 1 pitch and Hatton pops out. So 2 outs now. Sandoval still up first for center fielder number 19, Eli Hickman. Hickman, a sophomore out of Rensselaer, Indiana. Malmberg fires 0-1. Swinging on it is Hickman. Count 0-2 now. Hickman struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Malmberg's already got 1 in this inning. Malmberg set, delivers. And that's going to be out at first. Hickman was able to check his swing, but Sandoval, he's already on his way to second, can't get back in time, and that's where Aurora gets the 3rd out of the inning. So we're a third of the way through the game here in Cougar Field. Aurora, they are up on the Cougars, 3 runs to 1. We'll be back here in just a second for the top of the 4th. Aurora up 3 runs to 1 on CUC here.
Top of the 4th for the Spartans, left fielder, number 31, Jacob.
6th batter in the lineup to lead things off with Jacob Ambule. He pops up that first pitch. I think it's going to go back. Nope, Kevin Garcia able to make the grab. Thought that one was going out of play, but Garcia able to get back and make the grab for out number 1.
Shortstop number 8, Colin Miner.
Colin Miner up to bat now, grounded out the 3rd to end the 2nd inning in his first at-bat of the day. In the top of the 2nd, be a bit more exact. That pitch upstairs for ball 1. And that pitch hit solidly to Jaime Sandoval. It's going to be a tough throw. He gets it. Mariotti has to jump for the catch, and he thought he got back down in time. Instead, first base umpire rules him safe. So you see head coach Colin Connor going to come out and have a chat with the umpire made the ruling. Mariotti did leave the bag to go up and grab that throw from Sandoval, but everyone thought he got back down in time. Instead, it'll be ruled as an error on Sandoval. Threw that one a little too high. Already almost pulling off the play, though.
Designated hitter number 24.
He asked the right person. He did pull off that play, but umpire says otherwise. So Minor able to reach on the error. And up to bat now is Brendan Naylor. Scored a run last inning, led off with a double. There's a pitch from Jacob in there for strike one. Only 2 of these 3 runs from Jacob have been earned. First run of the day by Aurora reached on an error on Cougar third baseman Tyler Crater as the next pitch is roped into right field. Maynard makes the pickup. He throws it into second, so it'll be a single for Brendan Naylor. Advancing to third is Minor.
Third baseman number 21, Sean Rivera.
So the Cougars got another little trouble spot here in the fourth. Runners in the corners, only 1 out. Double play could really help CUC pitcher Christian Jacob out here as he gets set for Sean Rivera. The first pitch makes its way inside for strike one. On the year, Rivera still has not hit into a double play. Cougars would like this to be his first if they're able to turn it. The next pitch outside for ball one. The 1-1. It's going to be chopped foul. Count stands at 1-2 now on Rivera. He struck out at his first at-bat swinging. Jacob would take a strikeout here with the man on third and only 1 down. And the 1-2 popped up. It's going to be in foul territory. Crater makes the grab. And fires it home. Almost gets past Garcia. He makes a barehanded grab off the bounce. That could have been disastrous if it got past Garcia. Instead, he's able to save it. That's going to keep Minor at third.
Center fielder number 20, Corey Vandera.
So after the fly out into foul territory by Rivera, 2 outs on the inning. 2 runners on for the leadoff hitter of the day, Corey Vandera. Hit a double last inning. It's a risky throw from Crater, but a fantastic play by Garcia to grab it with his bare hand. That one popped up. Mariotti able to make the grab in foul territory. Everyone thought that one was going out of play. Instead, that's going to be out number 3. Nice way to track it there for Mariotti, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Spartans leave 2 on the base paths, and we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth now. Cougars still trail the Spartans by a pair. Coming back up to the dish, it's Eli Hickman, excuse me. He was at the plate to end the third, but that third out was gained by throwing out Jaime Sandoval at first. So Hickman's going to get a clean slate here in the bottom of the fourth. That first pitch in there for strike one. Hickman struck out in his first at bat, bottom of the first. Struck out swinging, and then he had an 0-2 count last inning before Sandoval was thrown out. That one in the dirt for ball one. One and one count on Hickman. That one just misses for ball two. Hickman also batted second in the first game of today's doubleheader as he looks at ball three. 3-1 count now on the center fielder. He went 1 for 4 last game. Came across home once. Also reached on a walk and struck out once. He's got a 3-1 count here against Malmberg. And he takes that one up in the attic for ball 4. So Hickman's going to reach safely on the walk. That's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Gary Maynard, out in right field today.
Right fielder, number 17, Gary Maynard.
Maynard 0 for 1 so far today. Grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. He's got a man at first to work with now. As the first pitch swung on, smoked. That one might have a chance. And it is. It's gone. Gary Maynard just squeaked that one out. Looks like it hit the top of the fence. So Cougars, they're going to tie things up here again off a home run. A 2-run blast from Gary Maynard. And we're tied up here at 3 runs apiece. So Gary Maynard just squeaks one out of here at Cougar Field. Hits the top of the fence in center right.
First baseman, number 8, Brody Mariotti.
He's going to bring up Brody Mariotti. He swings at that one for strike one. Next pitch, Mariotti sends that one for a ride. That one's also got a chance, and that one's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Cougars, and they're taking the lead 4-3. Oh my, here from Cougar Field. Just getting a note here, 3 times in 4 games that those two have gone back-to-back. The Cougars showing off some power here in the bottom of the fourth. As Matthew Uba looks at strike one. Uba, that one hit to Bermeo at second. Fires to Sartori, and that'll be first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 21, Kevin Garcia.
So 1 out for Kevin Garcia. He hit himself a home run in the bottom of the second. That's how the Cougars scored their first run of the day. It's the first pitch outside. You gotta think he's pretty excited right now after seeing 2 of his teammates send one over the fence. See if he can get his second of the day as he fouls that one back over the netting right behind home plate. So it's home run number 6 on the season for Brody Mariotti. As Garcia fouls another one back. Meanwhile, Gary Maynard, that's home run number 4. Cougars came into the inning trailing the Spartans 3-1. Right now they're up 4-3 with only one out. That one swung on, dropped by Wiedekind. He's going to pick it up, throws it to first to get Garcia out. So 2 outs on the inning. Aiden Donovan up to bat.
Second baseman number 5, Aiden Donovan.
Donovan struck out looking to end the second. And the first pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Tyler Crater on deck for the Cougars. The next pitch, contact made. Meinert picks it up, throws it to first in time for out number 3. But the Cougars, they score 3 runs on back-to-back home runs from Gary Maynard and Brody Mariotti. They're going to take a 4-3 lead into the 5th inning. We'll be back here at Cougar Field in just a second.
Second baseman number 2.
Number 2 batter for the Spartans, Nico Bermeo up to bat. Number 2 playing at second today. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled in the third to drive in 2 runs. And flew out to right field in the first. Swings on that one. It's a drive into right, but getting under it is Maynard for the first out.
First baseman number 6, Justin Sartori.
Can bring up the first baseman, Justin Sartori. He's 0 for 1. Hit a sac fly in the first inning. Drove in the first Spartan run, and then struck out swinging in the third. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Cougars are able to take the first lead of the day off back-to-back home runs from Gary Maynard and Brody Mariotti last inning. As that one is drilled into the gap into left field. Hatton picks it up. Making his way to second is Sartori. Sartori knocks in his first hit of the day. So with 1 out, man in scoring position, Jet Wiedekind up to bat.
The catcher number 7, Jet Whittakin.
Whittakin 0 for 1 on the day, on this game, struck out swinging in the first inning before being hit by a pitch in the third. Pitch in the third just kind of grazed his legs, but still made contact. Got his freebie out of it. Getting set now is Jacob, working with the man on second. He delivers. We can go swinging at that one. Fouls it. Almost looks like that one hit onto the football field or the track here at Concordia. Oh, 0-1 count on Wiedekind. Jacob gets set and delivers. Wiedekind get that one foul. About the same direction as that last foul ball. 0-2 now on the catcher. Jacob gets the signs from his catcher, Kevin Garcia, and gets set now. They're going to try and get him at second, and they almost do. He's safe. Sartori didn't even try to slide back. He just scampered back to the base, and Cougars thought they got him for a second. Count still 0-2 on Wiedekind. So Jacob delivers, fouls that one back. Count stands at 0-2. And the pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Out number 2 on the inning. That'll bring up Dylan White, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. Working with a man at second. White going to see what he can do. His third time up against Jacob today. Jacob fires at second. Back in safely is Sartori. Jacob set, checks Sartori. And delivers. That one hit. And making a diving grab. It's the center fielder. Oh my goodness, Eli Hickman. What a play there. And that's going to do it for the inning. That most likely would have scored a run for Aurora. Instead, we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th after the fantastic defensive play from Hickman. Cougars, they're still up 4-3 on the Spartans. We'll be back here in just a second. Pitch hitter to lead things off here for the Cougars. That'll be number 25, Caleb Anderson. He's going to be hitting for Cougars third baseman Tyler Crater. As Anderson pops the first pitch up. Getting under it and making the catch is Corey Vondra's center fielder.
Shortstop number 29, Jaime Sandoval.
Jaime Sandoval up to bat now. Hit a single. As he lays down a bunt, he's going to try and outrun this one, and it looks like he will. And stepping off the bag to make the catch to Sartori. Don't know if the throw would have been there in time anyway, so little sneak attack there from Jaime Sandoval gets him to first base safely for the second time today. That's going to bring up Howie Hatton. Hatton 1 for 2 on the 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging at his first at-bat and then flew out to the first baseman in his second at-bat in the third inning. Sandoval, he's going to take off for second. The throw. Plenty of time as Sandoval is called out. Fantastic throw from Jeff Wiedeken. Minor had plenty of time to make that grab and reach down to tag out Sandoval. So Sandoval's caught stealing as nice play there from Vondra. Looks like it could have landed for a hit. Instead, we're going to go to the top of the sixth now. Cougars go scoreless in the bottom of the fifth, but they still lead the Spartans 4 runs to 3. Can get underway here in the top of the sixth. Just a second. Defensive replacement in Caleb Anderson. He came in a pinch hit for Tyler Crater. He's going to stay in the game at third. So Crater's day will be done. He's going to leave the day 0 for 1. Crater struck out in his only at-bat in the third. But Spartans are up to bat right now. It'll be Jacob Ambiol, the left fielder. He's flown out twice so far today as Garcia has to snag that one out of the dirt, keep it in front of him. Ball number 1. Next pitch. Swung in and popped up. Cougars are going to think about it, but it's out of play. One and one count on Aurora's junior left fielder at Carlinville, Illinois. The pitch in there for strike number 2. Christian Jacobs still on the mound for the Cougars here in the 6th. He's thrown 71 pitches so far today. He's allowed 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 runs total. And he struck out 5 so far as the next pitch will be fouled out of play. Count stands at 1-2. Jacob set and delivers. Sandoval makes the play off the hop, throws to Mariotti. And looks like that'll be an out. So nice play there by Sandoval. It's a high bounce ready to go up and snag before throwing to Mariotti.
Number 8, Colin Minard.
So after the ground out from Ambula, Colin Miner up to bat now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out in the second before reaching on an error by Jaime Sandoval in the fourth. And the pitch just outside for ball number 1. Mostly clear skies today here in River Forest. Temperatures around 80 today. So that pitch is strike 1. The 1-1 swung on. That's going to find its way into left field for a hit. So it's 1 out single by Minor, his first hit of the day. He's going to bring up Brendan Naylor. He's 2 for 2 today.
Designated hitter number 24, Brendan
Doubled
Naylor.
in the third inning, but eventually crossed home for a run and then singled in the fourth. And they get him at first. Jacob, he made a quick turn and throw to Mariotti. And so getting out the runner at first, that was Minor. Gets caught sleeping off the bag, and that'll bring it up to 2 outs now for the Cougars. Naylor still awaiting his first pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled back.
Look how much Sandoval is playing this guy to pull. And he's hit to right field both his first 2 at bats. I'd love to see the scouting report on this guy.
The 0-1 just getting a piece of it. As Naylor found it back. 0-2 count now. Jacob gets set. And the 0-2. And one popped up. Donovan getting under it and making the grab. So 3 batters, 3 outs for Aurora. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th now. Cougars, they still lead the Spartans by 1, 4 runs to 3. Eli Hickman to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th for CUC.
The number 2 batter leads off the bottom of the
Cougar center fielder 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out swinging in his first at bat, bottom of the 1st. That one almost hit him in the head. And Hickman's second at bat in the 4th, he walked. Eventually crossed home for a run as that one is chopped foul. 1-1 count now. That pitch high and away for ball 2. And that pitch roped just foul down the right field line. Count evened up at 2-2. That pitch outside for ball 3. It gets away from Wiedekind. And Hickman will take ball 4, his second walk of the day. On base percentage just keeps going up, and that's going to bring up Gary Maynard. Maynard's got the hot bat right now. He grounded out in the first inning, but then he tied up the game at 3 runs apiece with a 2-run blast in the bottom of the 4th. As he gets just a piece of that one, it goes foul down the third baseline. Maynard's home run in the 4th hit the top of the fence. You don't see that often. Also hit a home run in game 1 of today's doubleheader. See if he can make it 3 on the day as Hickman took off for second. Maynard fouls it off. However, so Hickman's going to head back to first. Maynard back to the plate. Count at 0-2. The 0-2 from Malmberg. Swung on. Could be a double play as they flip the second throw to first in time for the double play. Nice play by Bermeo to Minert to Sartori. 4-6-3 double play.
First baseman number 8, Brody Mariotti.
Mariotti working with 2 outs now. That pitch is popped up shallow, and going back to make the grab is Bermeo. So the Cougars, they go scoreless here in the bottom of the 6th. 2/3 of the way done here at CUC. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. Cougars, they're leading the Spartans 4-3. Cougars are up a run against Aurora.
The number
4
9
runs to 3 here in the top of the 7th.
Spartans. Third baseman number 21.
Leadoff
Sean
hitter for the
Rivera.
Spartans will be the third baseman, Sean Rivera. 0 for 2 as he struck out swinging and reached on an error in his last at-bat. So he scoots out of the way of the first pitch for ball 1. Aurora's offense looked like they had something going, scoring 3 runs in the first 3 innings as Rivera lays down a bunt, making the plays. Jacob flipping it to Mariotti, but Mariotti can't handle it. Mariotti still hunched over, holding his left arm.
Well, it is an error. It's clusters who you want to give it to.
He's going to have the trainer come out and check it out. Don't know if the ball hit it in a weird way or officially ruled an error on Mariotti at first. So he looks like he'll be okay. He's going to stay in the game.
Center fielder number 2.
So Rivera reaches on an error. Corey Vondra at the plate. Jacob delivers. Vondra rips that one right past Caleb Anderson at third. And they're going to limit it to a single. That ball got out to Howie Hatton and left in a hurry. So a single for Corey Vondra that's going to push Rivera to second.
Second baseman number 2.
Runners at first and second with no one out. And that'll bring up Nico Bermeo. 1 for 3 on the day, 2 flyouts to right field, and then an RBI, 2 RBI single in the third. 2 RBI double, meant to say. As the first pitch almost hits him. Looks like he just got out of the way of it. So it'll be ball 1 instead. Jacob taking his time. Got a lot to think about right now with 2 runners on. Fires the 1-0. Bermeo. That one grabbed by Maynard in right, making the quick throw back to the infield to keep the runners where they're at. So Bermeo, he flies out to Maynard for the 3rd time today. 1 down, and that'll bring up Sartori.
6. Justin Sartori.
And it's going to be an intentional walk to Sartori. Interesting strategy there. Coming into this at-bat, Sartori was 1 for 2. He hit an RBI sac fly in the first before striking out in the third. In the 5th, he had a double. He also knocked in a home run in the first game of today's doubleheader. Cougars just want to avoid all of that trouble. So they're going to take a pass on Sartori and get to Jet Wiedekind, who's 0 for 2 today. He has reached base in the 3rd when he was hit by a pitch. Anything hit deep enough should score a run here, as the first pitch is fouled back. 0-1 count now on Wiedekind. He's already struck out twice to Jacob today. Cougars have Looks like 2 arms warming up down in the bullpen. Can't see their numbers from down here. As the next pitch, that one's high for ball 1. One on Wiedekind. As the next pitch is swung on and fouled off for strike number 2. Could be a big strikeout here for Jacob. On deck, it's the 0 for 3 Dylan White. And following him is the similarly 0 for 3 Jacob Ambule. Jacob set and delivers. Wiedekind, that one hit deep into left. That's going to be trouble as that one leaves the field for a grand slam from Jet Wiedekind. So the intentional walk of Sartori comes back to bite the Cougars. So with the one swing of the bat, Jet Wiedekind scores 4 runs. And Aurora, they're going to take a 7-4 lead here at Concordia. And it looks like that'll be the end of the day for Christian Jacob. We'll get his official stat line in just a second. So it looks like Wyatt McLaughlin will come up to start the relieving effort for the Cougars. We're going to be back here in just a second here at Concordia University Chicago. Aurora, they take a 7-4 lead off the Jet Wiedekind grand slam. New pitcher on the mound for the Cougars. It's Wyatt McLaughlin coming in to replace Christian Jacob. Jacob, he's going to leave today. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 95 pitches, 67 of which were for strikes. He allowed 7 runs on 8 hits. 5 of those were earned. He walked 1 batter and struck out 5. McLaughlin's second pitch fouled and off the foot of the new Aurora batter, Dylan White. Kind of stands at 0-2. White's going to take himself a second, walk it off. I think that one hit him in the ankle or top of the foot, right around that area. McLaughlin making his 9th appearance on the year, all of which have been relief efforts. 4.40 ERA. Still waiting for his first decision on the year. No wins, no losses. He's got an 0-2 count here on White. And the pitch. That one's high for ball one. Next pitch. Swung that one. That one's got a chance too, and that'll leave the park. So Spartans get back-to-back home runs of their own after Dylan White sends that ball for a ride. Spartans are up 8-5 now on the Cougars. He's going to bring up Jacob Ambule now. Ambule 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a ground out to short. On the season, that was home run number 6 for Wiedekind, his grand slam. And then Dylan Wright just hit his 3rd home run of the year as that one's roped in the left field for a base hit from Ambule. Minor 1 for 3 on the day, ground out, reached on an error, and then hit a single last inning before being thrown out at first. As that pitch, it gets away from Garcia, so advancing to second is going to be Ambule. Wild pitch credited to McLaughlin. So runner now in scoring position, 1 out on the inning for Colin Minor. 1-0 count on him. That pitch almost gets past Garcia again, but good block there. 2-0 count on Minor. Brendan Naylor on deck. And then it'll be Sean Rivera who led things off this inning. That pitch low and away. Three-0 pitch is outside for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Minor, and that's going to bring up Naylor, the designated hitter. 2 for 3 today, a double in the 3rd, and eventually scored a run in that inning. Knocked in a single in the 4th inning, and then flew out to second base last inning. As that pitch is in there for McLaughlin's first strike of the day. McLaughlin gets set for the 0-1 and delivers to Naylor. Naylor, Anderson scoops it up, throws the second for the first out, and it gets past Mariotti. So, Cougars not able to turn to double play. Aurora's going to plate another runner.
Fielder's choice for the batter. 5-4, the runner out at second.
So Naylor hits into a fielder's choice. The Cougars, they get the out at second, but then an error to first base allows Ambule to come home. It'll be a team unearned run. So 2 outs now, runner at first. We're back to Sean Rivera, who kicked things off this inning.
No, because it scored on the arrow. If the runner had been on third originally, you could have, but runner was on second. So.
Rivera getting his second at-bat of the inning. We've made our way all the way through the Aurora lineup. The pitch down low for ball 2. 2-0 count now. And the 2-0 in there for strike 1. The next pitch outside, 3-1 count now on Rivera. And the 3-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. Rivera decided to take a hack at it. So full count now on the Aurora third baseman, who reached on an error to start things off this inning. McLaughlin, he's going to take time, get himself set. And the pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. Looks like it almost hit Rivera. He gets out of the way of it. McLaughlin issues his second walk of this appearance. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter of the day, Corey Vondra. He singled already in this inning before being brought home by the Jet Wiedekind grand slam. And the pitch down low for ball 1. McLaughlin set. Delivers, swung on and missed for strike 1. One and one count now on the Aurora center fielder. And the pitch. That one popped up. It's going to be a tough play. But Maynard covering the distance and making the grab for the final out of the inning. But Aurora, they come in, they score 5 here. They score 6 here, in the top of the 7th. They're going to take a 9-4 lead going into the bottom of the inning. Cougars, they got some work to do here in River Forest. Matthew Uba up for the Cougars. They got some work to do as they now trail the Spartans by 5, largest lead of the day for either team. The first pitch from Momberg hit sharply to Bermeo. Makes the routine play into Sartori at first for the first out of the inning. Bottom half.
Catcher number 21, Kevin Garcia.
That's going to bring up Kevin Garcia, the Cougars catcher, 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a home run. Home run came in the bottom of the second for the Cougars' first run of the day. The first pitch to Garcia, down low for ball 1. It goes near his feet. Next pitch. Garcia thought about going. Instead, he pulls back for ball 2. And the 2-0. Garcia hits it into the gap and between short and third. That makes its way into left field as Garcia makes his way to first for a single, his second hit of the day.
Second baseman number 5, Aiden Donovan.
Now bring up the second baseman, Aiden Donovan, 0 for 2 so far in today's second game. So again, Aurora, they took that first game. Took that first game 12 runs to 10. As Donovan thought about bunt, but that pitch gets away from Wiedekind. He still tries to make the throw to second, but in safely is Garcia. So that'll be officially a passed ball on Wiedekind. That pitch upstairs and high for ball number 3. I think we finally got our center field camera working here in the broadcast. As the next pitch, it hits Donovan. Spun around to try and get out of the way. Still nailed him in the back. So Donovan's going to take his base at first. So men on first and second for the third baseman, Caleb Anderson. He came in the 5th inning to pinch hit for today's starter at third, Tyler Crater. And that pinch hit, Anderson flew out to center field. So Momberg gets set to go to work on Anderson. The first pitch in there for strike 1. 1 out on the inning already after Uba grounded out to kick things off here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 for 2, Jaime Sandoval on deck. As the next pitch swung on and fouled down the first baseline for the second strike of the at-bat, meant to say. Looks like Momberg's hat got away from him. Able to recollect it, make his way back to the top of the mound. A little bit breezy here at Concordia University, Chicago today. As the next pitch pulling back on that to Anderson. He'll take ball 1. Good eye there. Thought about it, but decided to go back on it. Instead, takes first ball of the at-bat. And the next pitch swung on. That one looks like it's going to be a gapper into right field. And Garcia, he's going to round third. Oh, he falls over. And they're going to get him caught in a rundown now after he stumbled. Wiedekind and Donovan, he's going to make his way to third as they're going to tag out Garcia. Garcia rounded third, thought about going home. His feet slipped, looked like some of the grass gave away, meant to say. So he got caught in a rundown. Just made things last as long as he could for Donovan to get to third. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Cougars got 2 in scoring position. Donovan at third, Anderson at second. First pitch outside for ball 1. Anderson listed as a single for advancing to second. That second pitch outside for ball 2. Malmberg's at 76 pitches on the afternoon. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Anderson's really settled into a groove since that 4th inning when he let up back-to-back home runs to Maynard and Mariotti. As the next pitch way outside and away. Sandoval looking at a 3-1 count now. Malmberg delivers that 3-1 outside for ball 4. So the bags are going to be loaded with 2 outs for the Cougars leadoff hitter, Howie Hatton. Hatton, he's due right now. He's 0 for 3 on the day, strikeout and 2 flyouts. As Aurora has a conference with Malmberg on the mound. Only shot, bases loaded, 2 outs, 81 pitches on the day. And as assumed Malmberg, he's going to stay out there for Hatton. Good scoring opportunity. Spartans get someone warming up down in the bullpen. The first pitch to Hatton, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. Coming home is Donovan, making his way is Anderson. No play at the plate. So a 2 RBI single for Howie Hatton. And the Cougars, they shrink the Aurora lead down to 3 as the score stands Spartans 9, Cougars 6.
Center fielder number 19, Eli Hickman. What's that?
That pitch, it's away from Wiedekind, advancing to third is Sandoval. Be a wild pitch from Malmberg.
The pass ball was kind of wiped out. Hit by pitch.
And popping that one up is Hickman. And coming all the way in to make the grab is Ambuel. He traveled a long way to grab that one. But the Cougars, they're going to start clawing their way back into this one. They scored 2. They trail the Spartans 9 runs to 6. Eighth inning get underway shortly. Get some score updates from around Concordia today as quite a number of teams in action. Men's lacrosse kicked the day off at 11 with a 20-2 loss to Edgewood College. And CUC baseball team in front of you, they lost game one of today's doubleheader 12-10. Women's lacrosse, they are in action on the football field. They beat Edgewood College 13-3, and then CUC softball dropped their first game of their doubleheader against CUW, 11 runs to 0. Cougar softball back in action right now. They're in the top of the fifth, trailing Concordia, Wisconsin, 6 runs to 1 as that pitch fouled off by Bermeo. Just got a piece of it. Count stands at 1-1. McLaughlin still on the mound for the Cougars through 20 pitches in 2/3 of last inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, both of which were earned, and also issued 2 walks. So he looks to settle into a bit of a groove here. The next pitch, trying to hit that top corner. Instead, it's high for ball 2. 2-1 count. Next pitch. It's in a similar spot for ball 3. McLaughlin delivers the 3-1. That's hit deep into right. Maynard making a run and getting under it for the catch for out number 1.
First baseman number 6, Justin Sartori.
It's going to bring up Sartori. On the day, Sartori 1 for 2. This sac fly RBI in the first inning before striking out in the third. Hit a double in the 5th and then was intentionally walked last inning. He crossed home on the Jet Wiedekin grand slam as he swings at that pitch for strike 1. Oh, 1 count now on Sartori. McLaughlin delivers the pitch. McLaughlin calling off everyone else and makes a nice play. Looks like that ball gave McLaughlin some trouble, and he's able to track it down in foul territory. So 2 batters up, 2 batters down, and that'll bring up Jet Wiedekin. He delivered, it's the killing blow right now for the Spartans, a grand slam last inning. The first pitch in the dirt. Garcia thought that got past him, but he's able to get a glove on it. McLaughlin's next pitch just in there for strike 1. He hit a top corner. McLaughlin set, delivers. That one popped up. Anderson calling for it, and he brings it in for the out. So a nice 1-2-3 inning from Wyatt McLaughlin on the mound. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Cougars, they trail the Spartans 9 runs to 6. Sam Harvey on the mound now for the Spartans.
Right fielder number 17, Gary Maynard.
He's going to replace Malmberg. Malmberg's day will wrap up after 7 innings pitched. Allowed 6 runs on 8 hits, all of which were earned. Issued 3 walks. He struck out 5 Cougars. He's going to make way for Sam Harvey, whose first pitch is down low for ball 1. The leadoff hitter for the Cougars, Gary Maynard. Maynard pops that one up. It'll be out of play. Strike 1. Harvey, he clinched the first game of the day's doubleheader, earning himself the save, his first of the year, and he's back in action now here in game 2. Sophomore left-hander out of Bolingbrook, Illinois. Maynard hits that one. That's got a chance, and it's gone. Gary Maynard, have yourself a day. He's hit 3 today. That's his second of the game. The Cougars, they continue crawling their way back into this one as they now trail Aurora 9 runs to 7.
First baseman number 8, Brody Mariotti.
So Maynard hits his second of the day, and that's going to give way to Mariotti, who hit one earlier in this game too. He's going to see if he can do it again. Wouldn't that be something if this duo goes back-to-back again? Well, things are possible as Mariotti takes strike 1. That one, a high pop fly. Looks like it's going into foul territory. Sartori made an attempt at it, just out of reach. So it'll land for strike 2. Cougars trail the Spartans by a pair. Spartans had a commanding 9-4 lead, and the Cougars got two of those runs back last inning, and they get one right back after the Maynard home run, and Mariotti's got a strikeout swinging here.
Designated hitter number 6, Matt Uba.
I'll bring up the designated hitter for the Cougars, Matt Uba. Uba looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Uba hitting .316 coming into today. Is that one popped up to left field, making the grab is Ambule.
Catcher number 21, Kevin Garcia.
So 2 outs now after the Gary Maynard home run. And that'll bring up Kevin Garcia. Garcia has himself a home run in this game as well. That was way back in the second inning as he looks at that pitch for ball 1. Since then, Garcia, he struck out swinging in the 4th and then knocked in a single in the 7th before getting caught in a rundown between 3rd and home. So that pitch, similar location for ball number 2. And that's going to be a base hit for Garcia. Hit that right in between the third baseman and shortstop for his 3rd hit of the game. So 2 outs, runner on for the second baseman, Aiden Donovan. Donovan 0 for 2 today. He takes strike 1. Struck out swinging, grounded out in the 4th, and then he was hit by a pitch last inning. He crossed home for a run. So he takes a big swing at that one for strike 2. Harvey looking for his second strikeout of the inning and of his relief effort as he gets set now and delivers, and he'll get it as Donovan strikes out swinging, so that'll do it for the bottom of the 8th. The Cougars, they get one back, though, off the solo shot from Gary Maynard. We're going to head to the 9th inning. The Spartans up 9-7 on the Cougars. Could be the final inning here in River Forest as the Cougars are down 9-7 on the Spartans, against the Spartans. But before the Cougars get another chance to tie things up, they have to go through Dylan White, Jacob Ambule, and Colin Minert here in the top of the 9th. White's coming in 1 for 4 on the day, but that one hit.
Number 5 batter leads off the top of the 9th.
It was a home run in the 7th.
Right fielder, number 18, Dylan White.
The winning run still coming from Jet Wiedekind's grand slam as of now. McLaughlin gets set for his 3rd inning of work. His first pitch in there for strike 1. Nice pitch there by McLaughlin. So far, McLaughlin 2 hits allowed, 2 runs. 2 of those were earned. He's walked 2 as well. Last inning, he mowed down Aurora batters 1-2-3 after finding himself in a little trouble in his first inning of work, as that one is driven deep to left. And White's just going to put the bat down and watch that one fly out of here for his 2nd home run of the day. That's going to make it 10-7 Aurora. Talk about a hit from Dylan White. That one got out of here in a hurry. So Dylan White's soloed shot adds a little bit of insurance to the Aurora lead.
Left fielder, number 31, Jacob Ambule.
And now Jacob Ambule. 1 for 4 on the day. That lone hit coming in the 7th. It was a single as he looks at pitch number 1 for strike number 1. McLaughlin, he's up to 32 pitches now, 18 of which have been strikes. Next pitch outside for ball 1. That one chopped to Sandoval at short. It's going to be a close play at first. And they get it in time. Nice reach there by Mariotti. Nice throw by Sandoval to get Ambule out. So 1 down. Colin Minert up to bat.
Shortstop, number 8, Colin Minert.
Minert He's currently 1 for 3 on the day. Grounded out, reached on an error in the 4th, hit a single in the 6th, and then was walked in the 7th. He gets set to face off against McLaughlin for the 2nd time today. That pitch down low for ball 1. The 1-0 from McLaughlin. That's going to be hit, and a great grab there by Hickman. He was off balance, sprinting full speed, able to cover the distance and just snag the ball before it hits the ground. Second highlight play today from Eli Hickman.
Designated hitter number 24, Brendan Naylor.
And that'll bring up Brendan Naylor. Maynard started out the day 2 for 2 with a double and a single as that pitch is outside for ball 1. Since then, he's gone 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to second base. Oh, excuse me, a flyout to second base and then a fielder's choice. Got my C confused for a 4. And the pitch from McLaughlin, that one smoked in the right field, but able to make the grab is Maynard. So that'll do it for the top of the 9th. Aurora tacks on one more off the solo shot from Dylan White. Cougars got some work to do as it will be Caleb Anderson, Jaime Sandoval, and Howie Hatton up to bat in the bottom of the 9th. Couple of defensive replacements for Aurora here in the bottom of the 9th. On the mound, it's now number 17, Skylar Yamamoto. And then in left field, it'll be number 16, Jack Seafeld. So Yamamoto, his first pitch to Anderson. He's outside for a ball. So that'll do it for Sam Harvey's second appearance of today's doubleheader. 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, and then 2 strikeouts, no walks. That pitch just sneaks in there for strike 1, 2-1 count now on Anderson. Yamamoto, a fast worker as he gets set and delivers. And that one hit sharply to Sartori, who's just going to glove it and run to first bag. So 1 down here in the 9th. Cougars, they need 3 to at least send this to extra innings, and The rally attempt will continue with a pinch hitter. It will be number 27, Carter Gledhill.
Your attention, please. Batting for the shortstop, Sandoval. Number 27, Carter Bloodhill.
Gledhill, he made a pinch hitting appearance in the bottom of the ninth last game as well. He sent that one for a double, which was an RBI as well. See if he can reach safely here in this game. First pitch to Gledhill, inside and away for ball one. Howie Hatton on deck for the Cougars. The next pitch just catches the corner of the strike zone for strike number one. Gledhill gets a piece of it. It landed foul, though, before bouncing fair, so strike two on Gledhill. Hatton on deck. He's 1 for 4 on the day. He had an two RBI single in the seventh. Cougars going to need 3 to get this to the 10th inning. As Gledhill, he hits that one in the left field gap. So base hit for Carter Gledhill, his second pinch hit of the day. So Gledhill on first. We do have a pinch runner at first base. It'll be number 40 for the Cougars. That's Nathan Dewey.
Running at first base for Gledhill, number 40, Nathan Dewey.
First pitch to Hatton in there for strike one. Hatton is going to take time, get himself sorted out here. Runner on first. The tying run is on deck with Hickman. The next pitch. Low end away for ball one. 1-1 count now. Hickman on deck. Maynard in the hole. Maynard's hit a pair of home runs in this game. He's hit 3 on the day. He hit one in the first game of today's doubleheader as Hatton takes that ball low for ball two. That one fouled straight back. Count evened up now at 2-2. Two and two count on Howie Hatton. As the pitch from Yamamoto called strike three. Hatton's facial expression said it all. He was not happy with that one. So 2 outs now. Eli Hickman up at the plate. Cougars down to their last out of the game. They still need to score 3. The tying run is on deck with Gary Maynard. As the first pitch to Hickman swung on and fouled off for strike one. That one fouled off again by Hickman. Score update from the CUC softball field. Cougars, they trail CUW 7 runs to 2 on what is their senior day. Men's and women's lacrosse also had their senior days here at Concordia. This baseball team, they'll have theirs next weekend. As pitch to Hickman fouled off again. Cougars are still down to their last strike. Hickman's fouled off all 3 pitches he's faced so far. Cougar baseball team senior day will be against Benedictine here on the 30th as Hickman takes some time. Looks like he's got something in his eye maybe. Wind kicking up a little bit of dirt. Oh, and 2 count on Eli Hickman. And the pitch from Yamamoto. He's going to take that low as Dewey gets to second. No throw. No one was even covering the bat. They're just going to let him have it. Stolen base for Nathan Dewey. Count still at 0-2. Excuse me, 1-2 now on Hickman after that ball. The pitch. That one just outside. Some of the Aurora faithful here wanted that one to be strike 3 as Jet Wiedekind's now going to have a meeting with Skylar Yamamoto on the mound. Figure out what the game plan is here for what could be the final Cougar batter of the day. Two on Hickman. Skylar gets the signs. He gets set now. And he delivers. That'll be low for ball 3. Dewey, he's going to make his way to third. Another stolen base. Again, Aurora seems not to be concerned with him at all, as the tying run for the Cougars is still on deck. 3-2 count now on Hickman. Big pitch coming up here from Yamamoto. And he delivers. Hickman swings, and that's going to be knocked into right field, but getting under it is Dylan White, and that'll do it for game 2 here. Aurora, they come into River Forest. They win game 2, 10 runs to 7. They're going to sweep today's doubleheader against the Cougars. Winning game 1, 12 runs to 10, and then again they won this game 2, 10 runs to 7. So getting the win, it'll be Aurora's starter, Nick Malmberg. Meanwhile, getting the loss for the Cougars, it'll be their starter, Christian Jacob. We'll get some totals for you here. Aurora, 10 runs to the Cougars, 7. Hits were tied at 11 hits apiece. And then 4 errors were charged to the Cougars today. Aurora, meanwhile, they came away clean, 0 errors. Yamamoto, should also mention, comes away with his first save on the year. So that'll do it for the second game. Once again, Aurora comes away with a 10-7 win. Get a little peek into the future. The Cougars, they'll be back in action this Monday at 3 here at Concordia University Chicago for a makeup game against North Park University. That game is not on the original schedule. Meanwhile, for Aurora, they'll be traveling back home tonight, and they'll take on the Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors tomorrow in a doubleheader. First pitch will be at noon for that first game. Excuse me, I misspoke earlier. Cougars, they'll be back in action tomorrow before the game against North Park Monday when they take on Concordia University, Wisconsin up in Mequon. Their next home game will be here Monday at 3 p.m. versus North Park. So that'll do it for today's broadcast. Once again, Aurora, they win this second game, 10 runs to 7. Want to say thanks to everyone making this production possible. Jada Carr on production. Katie Shrem's working the scoreboard and music. We're under the direction of Kayla McLeod, Justin Bajorsev, and CJ Selner. My name is Pete Borkowski, saying thank you for watching. Have a good night, and as always, go Cougars.